Uh, Moon ran our lives, and for most of human history, it still does. Before we had atomic clocks, before we had meticulously crafted calendars hanging on our walls, we had that bright, silvery orb in the night sky. It was our universal clock, our cosmic metronome. Its predictable yet ever-changing face was a constant companion to our ancestors. It dictated when to plant, when to harvest, when to hunt, when to celebrate. Its gravitational pull created the tides, shaping coastlines and the lives of those who lived by the sea. When you think of ancient Egypt, you probably picture the sun god, Ra, in his solar bark sailing across the sky. And you're not wrong, the sun was paramount. But to ignore the moon is to miss half the story of their cosmic duality. Day, night, life, death, sun, moon. The lunar god, Thoth, often depicted with the head of an ibis. He was the master of wisdom. He was the master of writing. He was the master of measuring time. His counterpart, Khonsu, was the traveler, the pathfinder. His journey across the night sky mirrored the passage of the moon. The grand religious festivals, the heartbeat of Egyptian society, were timed by the moon. The beginning of each month was marked by the sighting of the new crescent moon. Priests acted as astronomers and as holy men. They watched the sky with precision. Getting the timing wrong wasn't just a clerical error. It was an offense against the cosmic order, against Ma'at. The Eye of Horus was directly linked to the moon's phases. For the Egyptians, the moon was a divine clock, a perpetual promise of renewal. Far across the Atlantic, in the dense jungles of Mesoamerica, the Maya were taking lunar observation to an entirely new level of sophistication. For them, the cosmos was an intricate, interconnected machine, and they were its dedicated mechanics. Their understanding of astronomy wasn't just for show, it was a foundational element of power, religion, and their complex societal structure. They tracked the sun, Venus, and other stars with incredible accuracy. But their grasp of the moon's cycle was particularly astonishing. They calculated the synodic period of the moon to be 29.53059 days. The modern value, 29.530588 days. This precision wasn't just an academic exercise, it was integrated into the long count and the 260-day tzolk'in to determine auspicious dates. Coronations, battles, sacrifices, and agricultural ceremonies aligned with celestial moments. The Dresden Codex contains detailed eclipse prediction tables. Predicting eclipses reinforced rulers as intermediaries between Earth and sky. See pyramids as observatories, cosmic calculators built of stone. The Maya weren't just watching the moon, they were in a deep mathematical dialogue with it. In the East, the story of the moon is a story of family, food, folklore. For millennia, the Chinese civilization has operated on a lunisolar calendar, harmonizing the moon's monthly cycles with the sun's solar year. This wasn't just a technical choice, it was cultural, reflecting balance, yin, the moon, yang, the sun. This calendar dictated the rhythm of agrarian life, when to plant, irrigate, harvest. Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival, celebrated on the second new moon after the winter solstice. Perhaps no festival is more intimately tied than the Mid-Autumn Festival, the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, a celebration of reunion. The full moon symbolizes completeness and gathering. Families come together, share mooncakes, and gaze at the bright lunar disk. Folklore of Chang'e, ancestors, and loved ones across distance. Yin and yang as a fundamental duality. In China, the moon is a cultural anchor, a symbol of unity, a vessel of myth, a fundamental component of their cosmic worldview. Across the vast and diverse landscapes of North America, the first peoples didn't build stone observatories. Their science was a living science, passed down through oral tradition and encoded in language itself. For countless tribes, the moon was the primary calendar, a natural almanac that structured the year. They didn't just count the moons, they gave them names reflecting environment and survival. The full wolf moon, the full sturgeon moon, the flower moon, the strawberry moon, the harvest moon. Each name was a practical, poetic reminder: when to hunt, when to fish, when to plant, when to gather. Lunar cycles were woven into spiritual life. Full moons for ceremony and reflection, new moons for introspection and planning. Knowledge was dynamic and locally specific, a decentralized, adaptive form of science. In medieval Europe, the cosmos was a place of divine order, governed by the theology of the Church. The official calendar was the Julian calendar, a solar system inherited from Rome. Yet among common folk, the moon remained a practical tool, peasant astrology, a blend of observation and superstition. Plant roots in the dark of the moon, sow leafy above-ground crops in the light of the moon, timber, breeding, and harvest timed to lunar cycles, a risk management strategy in a precarious world. So we've seen the moon as a clock, a calendar, a god, a farmer's almanac. But its most profound, most physical influence is one we still live with every single day: the tides. The moon's gravitational pull creates bulges of water on both the near and far sides of Earth. As the planet rotates, we experience the rhythmic rise and fall of the tides. Ancient coastal peoples knew the rhythm intimately, even if they didn't know why. Newton's universal law of gravitation finally revealed the cause. Some proposed tidal pools as the crucible for the first complex molecules, a nudge toward life. The moon may have trained life to bridge sea and land, our evolutionary personal trainer. Today, in our brightly lit cities, it's easy to forget. Go outside tonight, look up, find the moon, note its phase. Think of those who saw a god, a clock, a guide, a symbol of hope and reunion, and feel its immense, silent power. Keep looking up.